Alright, welcome to Oldsmob 455. I'm back on this Pontiac head trying to fit this T&D rocker shaft system. I'm going to try to make this a standalone video, so, well, bear with me. But in the last video I determined that 80 thousandths and a 40 thousandths shim made this height gauge work out good. I'm going to screw this back on there, and then we can take a look at that quick. But I'm just going to shim it on the very ends, because this is only a mock-up setup. I'll screw the stand down right on top of those. There it is. I'm going to take my checking spring off, and then we'll use this gauge quick. So seating this gauge against the valve stem, square, this is supposed to lay right in that shaft, which it does at that shim level. So my issue was these nuts are interfering with the stand, so you can't push that all the way through there. This one had like 5 thousandths clearance. This one I couldn't get the 5 thousandths feeler gauge in. And also with the studs installed in the block, it was touching all three of these center ones. So you don't know what you don't know. I went through these instructions again. I didn't see nothing about this in here. Let me take this base off and show you the bottom. The center line of this base is not right in the middle. So there's more meat up here than there is down here. And it's labeled Edelbrock and Pontiac. So the butler told me to try turning it around and see if that fits better. That does appear to clearance the center three. I'm looking at the tip position slightly towards the inside. I'll put a Sharpie on here and see if we can get a print. This measurement appears to be the same. So I got a Sharpie mark on there. I just use my finger for back pressure and this guesstimate, you know, like half an inch, 600 left, something like that. See if I can get a center line. Oh, it's wet. Not sure well you can see this, but these center lines are not in the center. They need to be. I'm gonna flip the stand back around. I'll just try it the other way. To me, this looks better. Let me see if I can get a print on this one. So we'll see if that marks roughly in the center. Amateur hour engine assembly. I mean, am I overlooking something here? The valve has to be seated, so that has to be its starting point. Looking at these, it looks a smidge on the outside. I think just for giggles, I'm gonna take 40 thousandths shim out the stand and then see how it looks that way. Alright, there it is. You know, this rocker arm is on a fixed fulcrum, so what you get with this, I think, is pretty much what you get. Cleaned off these tips. Man, looks to me like that puts it right where it wants to be. So then that puts me back into my interference situation with all that. Studying this, it looks to me like this is more of a side clearance issue than a spot facing issue. It just needs a little bit to clear that nut. I might do that just at the bottom with a sandpaper roll. This piece is going to be easy enough to clean up. I'm using their 650 gauge. For less than 650, shim up the stand height to raise it by half the difference. For greater than 650, stand height should be lowered. I think I'm going to clearance this base for what I got right now. And then when we put the whole thing on the engine, we'll set up the checking push rod and check it again. Hate to do this, but I am going to clearance it for these center three studs. I'm just putting some Dychem on there. I'm going to trace the outline of where I'm going to clearance it. Try to get them all to look the same. Some epiphanies here. Taking that 40 thousandths out to get this perfect print right in the center. Well, now it's hitting the nut on the ends again. So I can't even mark the centers yet, because the bolt holes aren't lining up. So I'm really on the fence. Should I take a radius end mill and then put another step in here, or should I just spot face this head down? I stick my finger in there, it feels like there's a lot of meat in that area. I got a 1-inch end mill, and I think as a last case scenario, I'm gonna come down and then take some clearance out of that spot face. This rocker arm stand is quite a bit cheaper than the head. So I'm gonna take 50 off that stand, and you can see that it's just a minute amount of material. Ideally I wouldn't be taking any, but I gotta do something here. The next question was, what is this radius? I got radius gauges, they have them fractional. This one went by thousands, different sizes. It looked pretty close to 1/8 to me. So I'm gonna try this rounded end radius to end mill. I know that you don't want a sharp inside edge, because that can create cracks. It also looks to me like when I'm cutting this down, I might get up into that ARP stud a little bit. This is gonna be weakened just slightly, but there's still gonna be a lot of material there, and there's a shaft going across the top. If you recall, when I was working on that vet, here's a stud that a rocker arm was on, and the car still ran. Look at the stud was cut like halfway through, almost. So there's just a tiny bit of material there. I mean, given that spring's a lot weaker than the stand, but there's way more on the stand than what this had. So I think this will probably be okay. I am going to note that this spot face is square with the gasket surface, so it'd be easy to come down square with the end mill. But this stand mounting surface is actually at an angle. So ideally, I'd be machining that thing at an angle. I could leave a little bit more material on it. I don't really have an accurate way of measuring that angle right now, and it's not much. It's probably 5-10 degrees, something like that. Even if I did, I don't have a fixture for the mill right now. T&D just machined this flat, and I'm gonna do the same thing, just trimming it up a little bit. My last video, you probably saw I fit the mill with this thing just for this job. So I'm gonna touch off, and then I'm gonna go down approximately 50 thousandths. Maybe I'll do it in 2 passes. I don't know how this is going to react, and I'm a total amateur machinist. And they're pretty square. When I touch off and I see the finish go away, that's going to be my 0 mark. Check this other head, and it's got the same issue. See, I've already zeroed it. Try 30 thousandths cut. Just zeroed my x-axis. That was a 29 thousandths cut. So I'll try to take the last 20 and then maybe we'll test fit the piece. Cutter went right through that ARP stud. I think I'm gonna face the studs off in the lathe if I have to take material off them. Yeah, it turned out nice, that radius. I think there's plenty of material there. I think this will be perfectly fine. Now the acid test. I can push this nut past the whole center line quite a bit now. When this head heats up, if anything, I think the stand is actually going to go away from the nut. It starts out good, then gets wedged because of that angle. I might take another 5 on it and just do them all like 55 thousandths. That did the trick. I got like half a nut play now. All right, I got this head mocked back up on the block with shim. That's the crushed gasket thickness. And I got the shim under the stand, and it is hitting that stud. Let's see, taking a crude measurement of the caliper. Almost 100 thousandths. I did realize that those 4 slightly shorter studs go here and here. I'll take 4 studs down the lathe and then trim them up a little bit. So that would be 4 studs of this length. My cutting tool's bottomed out here. I had one of those like Mighty Mags, whatever they are. I can't find the darn thing, so I got this on there zeroed out. It wasn't pretty, but I got it. I had to take a bunch of small cuts. Burned up a bit. Looks pretty good to me. It's right up to the top edge of that nut. And plenty of clearance now. I'll try to take roughly 80 off here and see how that looks. And going roughly 80 worked out really good for this one. They'll probably be individually trimmed per spot. So it's still just touching them nuts. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screw the stand down, clearance them one at a time to try to get the most accurate fitment. I'll have to put a couple rockers on here to make sure I get this thing centered correctly. It's hitting there. You can see that is limiting it just a little bit. Got the tip centered, and I'm going to trace that out now on that die cam. There's my rough mark. I'll probably lay in a die grinder, you know, at a modest angle, and then sandpaper rolled out. Try not to get too carried away with this. See how that works, if at all. I can go over center now, so I know it's clearanced. I'm gonna go with just a smidgen more up higher. I think it's gonna be good. I got this thing gripped up in the curt like this. Got all three nuts on now. I can go over center this way on the bolt hole now. Let's center this guy. About there, and you can see I got ample clearance in all three now, so that wasn't that bad. It just needed a little bit on the face there. This is about a 20 thousandths feeler gauge. Getting that in both sides. So these here are Comp Cam's hydraulic Evolution roller lifters. I really don't want the engine to be noisy, so I went with these. I asked Butler to open this head up for 3/8" push rods, and I do see grinding marks on the bottom side here. So it'll be interesting to see if they fit in here. For the purpose of the video, I'll just toss this 5/16 push rod in there. Ballast on tips cleaned off. Only one of these checking push rods was long enough. Apparently they're different lengths. But I got it in there zero lashed right now. I'm gonna push this valve down, put some fresh ink on it. And I'll roll this motor over a couple times, and then see if we get a print on it. Oh. It's looking pretty good to me. Small pattern right in the center. If you try the intake, might as well, right? Got this guy zero lashed. That pattern looks pretty good to me too, right in the center. Really looking forward to seeing how these rocker shafts perform. All right, I think these T&D rocker shafts are gonna work pretty good on here. I don't think I degreed this cam on yet. Do that, and then check piston valve clearance, and then I can toss it together. Thanks for watching.